Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting a start on laying our laterals on this big 1,200 acre job, nearly 1 million feet of 4-inch to put in, and the plow's off and rolling. So these tile runs are long enough to the point where we only need one connection machine out there. So I'm just going to be doing some gophering here this morning. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My morning was spent simply just aimlessly digging for some tiles, but we found them. I'm out here digging a start to put in a submain here, so you guys can follow me along for this. So this is a 15-inch pipe that I've dug a start into, and this 15-inch pipe goes down to the 18-inch pipe, which goes down to the 24-inch pipe, and then continues down to the 30-inch pipe. So we're just digging a start off it to put in a submain off of this main. So yeah, now this pipe, so we have our big main put in, but we haven't put the main in that goes underneath the road. So it will be interesting to see how much water is sitting in this pipe. Hey, we got it. Woohoo. Let's see. There's probably 4 or 5 inches of water's sitting in there. And that's because it's not that the pipe's not on grade or anything, it's just because the pipe or the water in the pipe doesn't have anywhere to go because we haven't put board on the road yet. So my mic should be good to go here. If not, we will definitely hear about it. So yeah, so that's the start. We just drilled that for 6-inch. That'll be a 6-inch sub main coming off that 15-inch main. But my mic's out there plowing away. We're gonna head this way. These runs are so long that it's not a big deal for him to be plowing while we're off doing other things, simply because it won't take us very long to catch back up with him, if that makes sense. Lots of pipe to put in on this job. We'll be here a good amount of time, and we still have to bore the road yet, and that'll be in a separate video. But like I said prior to this, well, we have a surprise coming, so it will be here sometime this week. But yeah, I'll catch you in a little bit. We had something else change at the top-notch tiling operation today. Leonard over here got a different style of stabber on today. This stabber, it cradles the pipe versus one singular stabber in the middle. This cradles the pipe, that way Leonard can see the center of the pipe and he can load it directly on the plow. We'll get some words from Leonard to see how he likes it. Hi Leonard.
Howdy.
How do you like the new stabber?
That's not the best. You
No.
can't go across the field. I'm afraid I'm going to lose the rolls.
Sure. Leonard here, he's afraid he's going to lose the rolls. But that's not the only thing we changed on the operation today. So we're going to go check out the surprise here real quick. And yeah, pretty exciting little surprise. What do you think, Leonard?
Oh yeah.
Are you excited?
I don't get run it.
Oh no, you might have given it away. Out with the old and with the new. Brand new, straight out of Canada. Should work. What do you think, Money Mike?
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I hope it's as reliable as the old one.
No doubt. No
I
doubt.
hope we're not going backwards.
I know. I hope he doesn't hit the telephone pole. Maybe you should have got the better camera package. Looks kind of scrawny.
Yay! Scrawny.
Well, the
scrawny about that.
the tracks aren't out yet.
They will. Thank goodness. Mine's the
Oh,
first
it's smoking a little bit.
I think mine's the
Must
first
be
one.
regenning.
Mine's the first one they shipped that has the expandable track since they went to 585. Isn't that
Okay.
nuts? Could you imagine trying to straddle stuff?
Should we go take a look? Man, look at the fresh floor mat. Oh, the seat's pretty slick, eh? Looking fresh. Look at the seat, Leonard. That thing's fresh, man.
Wow, it is. Look at the speakers.
Oh yeah, Pioneer speakers.
He's gonna be thumping.
Yeah. Man, that thing is ugly though, I will tell you. That's gotta go. What's that? Oh, that's for the reel.
Oh, so you can sit in here and run it.
Yeah. Yep, you're definitely having to pull the center off every time we get a roll.
Yeah.
And then you just gotta dump it on, cut the strings and couple it. This machine has the light package. Oh wow. Leonard found the batteries. Well, sweet. Poor old girl is getting retired. We have a special guest coming to help us get her all set up and ready to rumble. What do you think, Leonard?
Must be nice being Money Mike, just sitting in the AC.
Well, maybe one day you'll get to be like Money Mike.
When I get bigger.
Yeah. We can't all envy him. Oh look. I'm not sure what that is, but man. What do you think that's for? Spare parts?
Yeah, probably.
The light package. I think it was push button. Oh no, the key's up here. That's goofy.
Turn the key, let's see how good the AC is.
No. It's got the deer motor in it. I don't want to start taking things apart and scuff the paint there. Oh, this is sweet. So this hat, you don't actually have to manually remove a hat on this machine when you change a roll. It's got these fiberglass rods that come out the end and set on top of the pipe. So that's pretty sweet. We'll have to see how that works out. What's sweet, Leonard?
You got the good old def in this thing still?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a kitten purring.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of goofy, huh? Hey, we got a safety chain. No handrail, just a chain, eh?
Don't break the camera out.
Hopefully we can keep up with this one. They say they're faster. But I guess we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. She gets all set up and ready to go. What do you say, Leonard? Out of here?
Yep.
Looks pretty sweet. Like he said, hopefully it's as reliable as the old one. These doggone landscapers. They need to fix this issue. Landscapers, eh?
Yeah, pretty good at it.
Well, about, I don't know, what time is it? 7 o'clock, and Leonard's still moving pipe and Money Mike's still plowing. I was ready to go home, but it looks like Milk Dud still wants to keep going. So I guess I'll find some stuff to do around up here until Milk Dud's ready to go. Farmer's right behind us working these trenches under. So yeah, pretty big day of laying laterals out here. Do another big day tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. So actually no, tomorrow our special guest will be with us, and we'll be setting up the new plow, getting it ready to go. So yep, catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Money Mike and Leonard managed to lay 87,000 feet yesterday, and we've got a few connections to make this morning. Milk Duds over there making connections, and obviously Money Mike's in the plow over there, moving right along. Things are going pretty good out here. I got this 4-inch connection ready to be put together. It's a 4-inch to a 4-inch, so we've got to install a little T here this morning. Nope. Today, hopefully we'll get our new plow set up and get that thing rolling smoothly. Yeah. Not much going on other than plowing a bunch of laterals, and maybe go look at how they're getting along when you're setting up the new plow and see how that's going. Yeah, we're just dilly-dally around getting things done today, so catch you after a while. So we just got this connection dug, and it looks like Money Mike could have possibly done us a little bit dirty here. We'll gather our things and climb on down and see, or I'll explain to you what he did. We might be able to make it work. We'll just have to look. So we have our lateral here and our main here. But what we initially notice is I'm not sure if we have enough pipe to get to our main. We'll just have to see here and see. With it being cut a little short, normally he'll cut it out here. That way we have plenty of pipe, but he might have had his music turned up too loud, or his YouTube video. I'm just playing. He doesn't watch YouTube while he's running the plow, but you know, it's just something was distracting him here. I think it'll work. If you guys notice, the boot has a cutter crusher on it, so that way Money Mike doesn't have to get out every time. So at the end of the runs, he doesn't have to get out, cut the pipe, and cap it. It simultaneously cuts the pipe and crushes it at the same time. Therefore, it saves a lot of time at the end of the day. But looks like he might have spared us a little bit. We might have just enough pipe if we go directly under the lateral here. So we'll get as far under the lateral as possible. When you're drilling these holes, you always want to be as far into the side of the pipe as possible. That way you're not ruining the integrity of the pipe. Now we'll take this and we'll cut it as close to the end as possible. The last good rib we have. Will we make it? We will see. We made it. Looks pretty good. We're on our 4-6 line like I explained earlier. So, or 6-8 line rather, sorry. Just give it a little tug, make sure it's not gonna come out of there. There's no voids underneath the pipe, it's not gonna settle. So, that pipe comes straight down and into our main. Perfect, looks good. Well, we're out here in Money Mike's minefield again, and we found a big surprise here.
I found a rock I like.
So we'll get it carried up to the ditch, get it out of the way, or get it closer to being able to be picked up easily. But I don't know about you, but I don't see a plow moving anywhere, so we'll have to go check up on them and see how they're getting along over there, and catch you in a bit when we're over at the plow. Well, we finally made our way to the new plow. Looks like they got the new boot hung, a new set of bedders on. We have our special guest. What are we doing, Joey?
Putting GPS on this thing.
Putting GPS on the new plow.
Yeah, getting auto steer and grade control on it.
Okay. So we got to transfer all that from the old plow, correct?
We're almost done.
Almost done.
Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. Where you been? Or 3 o'clock?
I was out making connections.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Getting odds and ends tied up, getting some rocks picked up, but But no, sounds like we're almost ready to go. Things are looking good. The old plow's getting gutted over here. Are you excited, Bunny Mike?
Oh no, I'm more nervous. This one works. We don't know about that one yet.
What do you think, Leonard? It's like you're busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy. Been busy all day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are different size. Did you bring the side cuts?
Beep, no.
Uh-oh. He didn't do his job. But this new high pro reel, it has, like I said previously, the hat comes out of the center of the reel and it's powered with a Milwaukee battery. So that will be interesting. Interesting to see how that works. Just getting GPS set up. Got the new boot on. Looks pretty sharp. There's a new cutter crusher. That's what simultaneously cuts and crushes the pipe. Keeping Money Mike from having to put a plug in it every time. But yeah, I better go find something productive and get busy. Money Mike doesn't like how the new plow seat locks, correct, Mike?
Stop. There was a bolt.
Imagine being picky like that. We just gotta go with what we got.
Yeah.
Because it's actually linkage all the way to the back.
Correct.
Fancy. Modifications.
I think it's nap hour for Money Mike here.
You little rascal. Nice work. Oh wait, the door hinges are already greased.
Dodged a bullet there, I guess.
Yeah.
Good thing we put a new one of these on the other one.
Think this is gonna work?
I hope. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna go home.
I already asked you that question.
I think we should go home just the way it is, even if it does work.
We're gonna pay for this thing somehow.
You do. We aren't paying for anything. We don't even get paid on a normal day.
Do you think he does?
Yeah, he takes all our wages.
Where's our side cuts? Did you get those yet?
Oh dear. Man, we really could have a freezer fridge in here. Or
I know.
microwave.
We could make tamales. I could get a whole other workforce and I could hand out tamales.
What's this for?
That's for the reel.
Can we try it out?
Eventually, yes. Not yet.
The last cab we were putting on a machine,
Yeah?
I was going to hook up the air to the air right seat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
The thing came undone and air's blowing everywhere. It's like, I need to put a hose in, a blowing in,
Sure,
in
you
the
blow the
cab just to blow it
That's-
out.
Yeah, that's
Genius.
actually a pretty good idea. See, our the other machines has an outlet right where you're standing.
There's an outlet right there.
Okay.
Oh.
And that's where I plugged into to get air for this.
Sure enough.
Well, we could always unplug that.
You can always unplug it and plug a short little hose, coil hose in, and
And that's where you're getting air
well, technically,
for the wheel in the back of the boot.
you have a small compressor on the back of the seat for the air ride in the seat. I gotta figure out a
Oh, there it goes. Wow.
Well, see, we just started
That's
yesterday using a set of tile forks for moving rolls, so we just
This plow has an added on link. I'm not sure I understand.
We don't have to carry it up the steps.
That is an extension,
Oh, okay.
so when you're transporting it, you can take it off,
Uh-huh.
be low.
Okay.
When you're plowing deep, you can put it in there so the tank can walk in.
Sure. We'll try to fit a chain through the hole.
can't just get the chain,
No.
No.
pull it over itself and shove it through.
Oh.
Sure. I'll go down. You put that through like that.
Yep.
Will that work? You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now we're going up. I'll go forward a little bit. See if we can knock Leonard off there. Okay, now we'll go down. Whoa. Uh-oh, Leonard don't got it. Oh, Leonard got it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We are in good shape now. Don't fall.
I'm not planning on it.
You know which way is lefty loosey, righty tighty, right?
No.
Okay. Wonder if this thing's of any use. Oh, oh, a bunch of fuses. Neat.
Will that turn off when the main power's? Yeah, it will, won't it?
Yes. Yep, main power's off, that goes
So
off.
I can leave
As
it
well
on.
as you can turn it on and off.
Right, I
there.
see that, but I
All that's over my head.
You just give it with wrenches.
Yeah, this is what I know. Well, the new plow decided it didn't want to run. So, might as well go get something done. We dug a big cut here, put in a 15-inch flex core main. Fun fact, this field was already tiled, but the main happened to be undersized. So, we paralleled it with another pipe, and yeah. Unfortunately, it had to be deep and we had to make a big cut. So, we'll get that smoothed out for the farmer. That way they can get their corn off and not have to go over too many huge bumps. But, check the oil on this hog. Looks good. Can't beat that. Whoa, noisy. Puppy smooth out and catch you after bed. Well, we got that looking pretty good. Keep in mind, it's not just that little section right there. There's about 3/4 of a mile of it beyond. There's a curve right there. Beyond the curve, there's a lot more to smooth out. So, yeah, we finally got that looking good and got that parked for the night. We'll go see if we can find the plow. Connections to do in the morning with this bad boy running. That's fast. Oh my, that thing is a lot faster than the old one. Us connection guys got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. Good morning. What are we trying to do today? And a new record. What's the record we're trying to beat? 110,000 is the number to beat. We've got more tiles showing up over there. Right now we're getting the Plow full fuel. And this thing likes to drink the government juice. Being the dad. Think we're gonna beat our record, Leonard? Probably gonna beat the record, so. Yeah. These are some long runs here. Yeah, these connections we've been doing are doubles. So you got water coming in from that way, water coming in from this way. You got to tie them both in. Got that bad boy greased up and ready to go. Just gonna put some fittings on the back there. Yeah, pretty nice morning out here. So have you been liking the new Plow?
So far, so good. This is one of the more complicated boogers. I think it's
You're programming it with a magnet, huh?
Yeah. So it's set on number 4, which is good. I'm watching a YouTube video.
Okay.
Hey, look, YouTube's watching me watch YouTube.
Yes.
Okay, so now I gotta do this again. See, watch, now I'm looking for 4 bars. 1, 2.
Will 4 bars fit in that little slot?
Yeah. 4, take it away, and that's set on 4 as well. So we're good. So on 4. So that means it should run for
See, that's an automatic greaser. So it automatically greases most of our grease points. It's a 60-point grease system, I believe, right? 60-point grease system. So if you walk around the machine, it's automatically greasing a bunch of our hinge points. Like, it goes up in here, it's greasing there. Obviously that's a handheld grease, but that's kind of an important thing. That way you don't wear the machine out initially. You got a grease points there, but mainly it's on the shank. You know, our tracks auto grease, because these are extendable tracks, so you don't want those getting seized up. But mainly a lot of the grease lines grease the shank, as far as all of our pins. The grease system on this machine is very impressive. I mean, very little manual greasing needs to be done. Well, yeah. This Plow runs pretty good. It's a lot faster than the other machine, which us connection guys don't enjoy because we don't get near the break we did, but well, we get a lot more done, so really can't complain. But yeah, like we said earlier, today we're gonna try and break a record. Our 110,000 foot was our last record, but I'm sure it'll be a cakewalk to break it with the speed and efficiency of this machine with our new High Pro hat. It's just a matter will us connection guys be able to keep up. I mean, if we don't keep up, it's not the end of the world, because these connections aren't what you would call wet. Therefore, they're not running water yet, because the water table isn't high enough for them to run water. If they were wet, it would be a different story. But yeah, I'm sure by the end of the day we'll be over, probably over by that truck. Do you like it better than the old one? It's faster.
It's perfect grade. It's amazing how accurate.
It grades perfect, huh?
Yeah, it just handles the grease.
How do you like your automatic hat?
Get there.
Get there.
It needs a better remote control.
Remote control's iffy, huh? The government juice. Yeah. It's hard to see around that. That's why they put that camera there. But yeah.
Where's Leonard?
We'll just hang out here till Leonard gets the roll put on there. I'm ready to rumble. But yeah. Follow me along later. We'll make a few connections and check back in on Money Mike and see what kind of footage he's got put in. See how we're coming along on breaking that record. But for now, I'll catch you in a bit. Leonard finally got a roll to us. Half hour later. But we'll get that. Money Mike's about to put his hat out. That's pretty sweet. Where you been?
What?
Where you been?
Greasing my machine.
Oh, that's important. Well, I've already messed up this morning. As you can see, I don't have any battery in my drill. I got down here to make my connection and, well, can't be done since I don't have a battery, but we'll go take a look at what we've got going on. Like I said previously, we got water coming in from both directions. So, I've got this all dug up and ready to go. Well, I'll kind of explain it a little bit. So, if you look, we've got our lateral here, and then our 10-inch main here. I've got it dug. We've got a perfect ramp going down to our 10-inch main, and I've got this undermined a little bit. That being because that pipe is sitting in a perfect V bottom. So that way we've got dirt supporting that pipe. That way it's not going to egg out. So you have to ensure you're undermining that pipe because you don't want to come up and over that V and create a hump in the pipe. But yeah, and I've got the same thing over there. It's undermined, headed straight down to this section. Now you may wonder why don't you just drill it directly across? Well, you can't drill it directly across because it affects the I guess strength of the pipe. You don't want to drill it straight across from each other because you don't want to take a 4-inch hole over here and a 4-inch hole over here because you have a weak section. So you have to come over a couple ribs and drill it over a couple ribs. That way you don't have a weak section of pipe. So, but yeah, these are a little different than a single connection because your connection hole is longer. So you can't dig a smaller connection hole. It's got to be a little bit bigger hole, and they're a little bit more time consuming. You move a little more dirt. But yeah, right now I'm dead in the water. Don't have a drill, but I figured now's a good time to come and show you a little ins and outs of the connection, and you know, more or less some of the good things we need to do or pay attention to throughout the connection. The plow's coming my way, so I gotta hustle up and get this bad boy put together, and there'll be two more connections as soon as he's up here. So yep. But yeah, that's pretty much what the rest of the day is going to consist of, is a bunch of connections and nothing too terribly exciting, just a lot of footage. Be interesting to see how many feet we get, and hopefully we got enough pipe over there. Here's our first predicament of the morning. I don't know if you recognize that, but that's a very large rock. Money Mike and his new plow like to go fast and make a lot of work for us. Money Mike drug that very large rock into our tile. So yeah, big 10-inch main that we're gonna have to replace. this isn't very good. I gotta get all this fixed up because when I was pulling the rock out, it lifted this. But if it was in its initial position, it would be down here. And so that big rock he was plowing in his tooth basically pushed it into this pipe. Therefore, creating a lot of work. So, yeah, that's a bummer. Big bummer. Money Mike must have his music going and his air conditioning on. But we'll get it. Well, we're back out here at our rock incident. We got the bad spot cut out. Dug all that back. Got some couplers put on it, new main put in there. Now we just gotta go in there, tie our laterals in, and this predicament will be over with. But it's not very fun because I mentioned before, we have yet to bore the pipe under the road. All this water drains that way. Thus being said, all these pipes are sitting stagnant, you know, quarter full, some of them half full, some of them no water in them. But this pipe happened to be a quarter full, so you got to do everything underwater. Everything's muddy. It's just not very fun. So hopefully Money Mike don't hit any more rocks and the rest of the day goes smooth. I was caught up with the plow, but now I'm buried. So yep, 15 minutes past 7. We're still out here. Leonard came to get me. You know how many feet we put in, Leonard? What? You know what kind of footage we're on?
We're 100,000.
We're at 100,000 feet. So 12 hour a day, 100,000 feet. Almost broke the record. Not quite. We'll get them next time.
The sun came up again? I can't believe it! I thought when I closed my eyes last night that was it! But we have another day of this! Woohoo!
Got our handy dandy fuel barrel here, or fuel trailer, I guess you could say. Yeah, we're about done with this section of the farm. We've got from here to the road, and then there's a few small runs up there by the highway that we have to finish up. But yeah, get this side of the road tidied up today. Yeah, nothing too exciting going on today. Just getting things ready to go for a smooth running day. It's pretty dusty out here, as you can see. Brand new plow. It's pretty dusty, but got it warming up this morning. Ready to get this side of the road done, and yeah, move on to either we're gonna go to the other side of the road, or they're shelling corn over there, so we have some pipe to lay over there. And once they get that corn out of the way, maybe we'll start working over there. But nope, as of this morning, we're just getting things ready to go. Hopefully we have a good smooth day and get this little section wrapped up. So yeah, catch you after a bit. Both ways. He's got water coming downhill from here and water coming downhill from here. And so right now he's over the main and he's switching his lines for the circle. I don't know how it works, but he's switching lines is what he calls it. Because you obviously don't want to continue this line downhill. You want to switch this line and go uphill. So my job begins. Thing really hauls the mail. She's a tough one to keep up with. Here we are out in Money Mike's minefield, getting ready to do a connection here, but it don't get much more exciting than this on this job, just because there's so many to do. But for all you loyal fans out there, we'll go through it again. So we're gonna dig over here on our lateral, and then we're gonna dig over here for our main. Essentially 2 buckets wide. But with it being in this disturbed non-virgin dirt, you want to go a little wider just for safety purposes. Simply because this pipe is a fairly deep pipe, and you don't want anything sketchy going on while you're down in that hole. So we'll go a little wider than simply just 2 buckets wide. And this farm, this became a little tricky because we installed all these big mains in the crops. And so after we did that, the farmer requested that we take our mains and we flatten them out best as possible. That way they could farm around it and whatnot, or farm around it, over it, through it. They're loaded grain buggy and stuff. They don't want to be crossing these giant mounds from us doing our tile. So it's hard to pinpoint exactly where that main is when after the dozer came through and essentially made the trench 10 feet wide, versus when it's not disturbed, the trench is normally 2 feet wide and you're able to pinpoint the main pretty easy. But essentially you just got to work with what you got. Here I have a trench that's 10 feet wide, so we'll go in the middle and take a gamble at the point where we hope our main is where we're digging. There's our lateral. Okay, now that we have that figured out, we want to come over here a little bit further, simply because our main is so deep. See, and part of the issue here is, you see how our lateral is right here, and you look up and your lateral should be sitting dead center of those 2 piles. Well, Money Mike's bedders are pulling the dirt further that way than they are that way. So basically the mound isn't dead center on where the lateral is. And that kind of throws us connection guys off as far as when we're digging these connections. Now, we're tying in to an 18-inch main. And if you look at our tap tees, they're designed only for, they're multi-use tap tees. So you can hook them into a 6 and an 8 and you stop at that line, or you push them all the way into a 10-12 and you go all the way to this line. But that won't work for an 18, so we'll come down here and grab a coupler. Just throw your shovel in, coupler, you grab some of your tools from your cab. You come on down into the connection hole with me. Okay. There's our 18-inch pipe we're working with. And there's the stone we have that bedded around the pipe there. And then there's our lateral. Looks good health. Didn't accidentally hit it with the mini anywhere. So then I'll come back here to the, and I dug this ramp for a reason, okay? Since the lateral's so much higher than the 18, we need good virgin dirt for that lateral to sit on. That way it's not just going, that way it doesn't settle. Now we'll drill this. That's drilled. Oh, lost my arbor. And then we'll slide in a coupler. Make sure it's in well. All the tabs are locking in. Looks good. Okay, now we'll come up here, about dead center of our main, and give the lateral a chop. And then we want to ensure we undermine the lateral back here, so we want to ensure the pipe goes down into that. Okay, so it's sitting in our trench, and then boom, straight to virgin dirt. That way it's not going to settle. There will not be a low spot right here. And then you simply plug it in, and voila, here we have a tile connection. Now we want to ensure this pipe isn't going to do anything funny while we're backfilling it with the excavator, and we want to ensure we get good fluffy cover on the initial portion of our pipe. That way, you know, it'll settle well if you have these big clumps around the pipe, it has the possibility for smashing it. But with this nice fluffy material around the pipe, the likelihood of it smashing it is very slim. And voila, there we have a good connection. Kind of stomp it in a little bit, pack that in, and we're out of here. Make sure you got all your tools when you're done coming out of those holes. Happens sometimes that you come out of those holes and you forget your tools, and you get to the next hole, and it's a bummer when you don't have any of your tools. But when you're putting your initial scoops of dirt on here, you want to make sure, you know, you're still getting the fluffy material on that lateral. You don't want to just start throwing dirt on there until you got at least a couple feet of cover on top of that pipe. And sure, there's no, like here I dug a rock, you don't want any rocks on top of your, directly on top of your pipe, so. Pretty good. There goes Leonard, off for another roll. Oh, Money Mike must be having issues with his power feeder. Pretty sweet deal. Toodles.